Hi everybody, and welcome to another edition, in fact the first edition of First Person for the 2013 high school sports season, again sponsored by the Ruin Camp Farm Drainage Company in Fort Loramie, Ohio. If you've got wet fields, either residential, commercial, or farm, call Ruin Camps. They got 80 years of experience. They can make water work for you. Phil Barhorse there in Fort Loramie, proud sponsors of First Person here on PressProsMagazine.com. Starting off the new year with a fresh new face in area high school football. The new football coach at Milton Union High School, Mark Lane, joins us this week. Great to have you here. Congratulations on the opportunity. On a scale of 1 to 10 as far as excitement about being here and being able to do this, where does that rate for you?
I'd probably say about 25. To be honest, so I'm very excited to be here.
I know one of the things that you have to feel best about is taking over for Coach Pierce, whom you played for, I think, in his first year. After 12 years, he stepped down last year after the Clinton-Massey playoff game. I know you're excited for the fact of taking over for your own head coach back then, but he left the program in good shape for you. I know he used to say, I want to have 12, 15 kids per class. I want to build this thing to where there's consistency, and I know that means a lot to you coming in.
Absolutely, you know, and I told Coach Pierce that the first day that I stepped in here was, you know, my senior year when he took over, I think we had 33 to 35 kids on the team. I remember. And when I took the program over, there was about 52 kids that were playing, and, you know, I shook his hand and said, you definitely left this place better than you found it. There's no doubt about it.
Tell me a little bit about coming back here and coaching, because this school has a great football legacy. I remember back the days of Watt Farrar and Coach Magato. Been great people come through here, not the least of which was Coach Pierce. But what's it like to come back in your hometown and coach?
It's incredible, very, very surreal. This community's done so much for me and my family, and to have the chance to give back to this community is unbelievable. You
have a great reputation, Mark, of being a guy that's very intense about your business, very intense about competition. Tell me a little bit about what people can expect from Bulldog football going forward.
I would expect kids that are going to outwork everybody and have that attitude and come with an intensity to everything that they step into.
Tell me a little bit about your offensive preferences. I know you were a lineman here, played at Wilmington College on their coaching staff down there the last few years. Tell me a little bit about style of play and what you like to do.
Offensively, we definitely want to be a downhill football team and right in your face, come at you type guys on offense.
What's it worth to a high school football coach to have had that college experience as recently as you do? Because, you know, you hear a lot of things, a lot of new ideas there. Can you bring any of that and translate that to Bulldog football?
Yeah, absolutely. Definitely bring some new ideas and some different variations that we're seeing. But, you know, high school coaches are some great coaches as well, and they have some things that I haven't seen before. So there's an adjustment to be made there as well.
I know you're proud of this league that you play in, the SWBL, very competitive. You had a great run last year. You're bringing back some talent. I know you got Wes Martin, one of the best tackles in Southwest Ohio. He's going to anchor your offensive line. London comes back. Cowan at quarterback. Tell us a little bit about who you're going to hang your hat on this year.
Yeah, definitely. This senior group that we have on this team, we're definitely going to hang our hat on. And we've been talking about the team is we want guys that are going to step up and put people on their shoulders and say, hey, follow me, I'm the guy. And we're still looking for some more of those guys. And the guys that you mentioned are great individuals, and there's a ton of them on this team.
I'm going to give you a $64,000 question because it's on the minds, Mark Lane, of a lot of people, particularly parents, out there now with all the publicity about concussions and injuries. Kids are getting bigger, faster. The hits in football are more violent. And you've lived through that. You've coached through that. And a lot of coaches say it is a big concern that we make sure kids know, parents know, it's still a good thing to play high school football. Absolutely. And I know it is. Great game.
Absolutely. There's so many life lessons that can be learned through the game of football. And you know, if us as coaches take the time, teach proper technique, strengthen certain muscles in the neck and limit those concussions, fit helmets properly, you know, those things can kind of step aside and we can limit those. They're still going to be prevalent in the sport, but there's so many great life lessons that can be taught through this sport that I think it's a no-brainer that this is a great sport to play.
You know, I know the enthusiasm here is very high. Kids are, the ones that I've talked to are very up about having you here. A new look, a new coach, just a new attitude. Nothing wrong with the old attitude when you go from where you came last year. But tell me what you've said to your coaches and your kids coming in about going forward with Bulldog football?
Going forward with Bulldog football, one thing I've done with them is, you know, I'm not here to change everything. This thing wasn't left broken, and it's something that I was a part of. It's something I want to keep being a part of and keep progressing on. But putting Coach Lane's Bulldog spirit into that as well, and driving on with it.
Now, you know, Coach Pierce could literally and figuratively pull a rabbit out of the hat.
I know.
Can you do any sleight of hand?
You know what?
All your sleight of hand on the field.
Yeah, I think all my sleight of hands on the field. I got no magic tricks. He was amazing with some of that stuff.
He's a good guy and a great football
Absolutely.
coach. We're going to miss him here at Milton, but
Absolutely.
Congratulations to you, Matt Lane. Best of luck to you. Stay healthy. We say that a lot during football season.
That's right.
To you guys, because you got to have your guys out there to play to be successful.
Absolutely.
Matt Lane, this year's new head football coach here at Milton Union High School. That wraps up this week and the first edition of First Person for 2013. Again, brought to you by Ruin Camp's Farm Drainage. 80 years experience. If you got wet fields, call them. They'll make water work for you. We'll see you again next time with another edition of First Person. Until then, for the sponsors and Coach Lane this week, thanks for your support of high school sports on PressProsMagazine.com.